Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So XRP down a bit since yesterday. We were up a little bit, 64.5 cents, give or take. The day before that, we were trading at around 61.7. And now, guys, we're finding ourselves somewhere in the middle there, 63.04. Let me get rid of some of these. No volatility in the space, just kind of finding our footing right now as, the rest of the crypto market just kind of chills out. We are witnessing maybe what is looking like an inverted head and shoulders pattern here. So the bottom shoulder, the head here, and possibly forming another shoulder. Okay, that trend too, looking like it is forming higher lows. So hopefully the next step here is higher highs. We need to get above 66.5. So that would be that price up here. You guys can see XRP did wick up above 66.5 the other day. But like I said, just finding our footing right now. There has been some interesting news coming down the pike with regards to the Ripple SEC lawsuit. Guys, I'm going to be talking about that a bit today. BTC right now trading at around 29.5. So still just kind of finding our footing. Not too much in terms of volatility. And you can see a pattern here for Bitcoin. How many days it's taken here. Here, let me throw on... where's the tool? They've moved them around here. The tool I'm looking for is it's down here, the date range tool. That's what I'm looking for here. From this top here back in February 2023, down to the bottom before Bitcoin decided to make its way up. That first time took about 22 days. And then here, when we saw this new high, you can see the trend. It trended down for about 62 days. Now we are in and around here. So, we could theoretically see this trend. We're only at about 27 days. We could see it go for another 10, 15, 20, 30 days. It is still anybody's guess. Quite frankly, it could. We've already seen it go for 62 days, which would bring us here to about mid-September. So, realistically, we could see this continue to trend down before we make another move up. This is why, trading crypto, trading anything really, 90% of it is really just kind of hold tight, wait and see, and pay attention to these charts, because at any point, anything can happen. And so this is why we need to pay attention to macro market moves. But guys, sometimes some of these coins just move, they pop based on their own set of factors. And this is why I'm diversifying in this current crypto rally for only $5 a month, guys. I only have one tier. It is $5. And I'm going to be posting my trades and diversifying into other kinds of cryptocurrencies. So $10,000 in the market, picking up. Currently I have about 15 coins that I'm trading. And these are coins on top of my current positions that I hold, like XRP and Bitcoin and Algorand and HBAR. So there are other coins that I'm trading. And if I see the chart move, if we see some kind of unexpected explosion, I'm going to be making game day decisions to trade these cryptocurrencies. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you want to follow me trading these cryptocurrencies, it's patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. We were all expecting XRP to really take off after the lawsuit verdict. Unfortunately, it did not happen that way. Subjective Views here posted a clip from Tony Edwards' Thinking Crypto podcast. He was interviewing James Seifert, the ETF research analyst at Bloomberg. Here's what he had to say about the Ripple SEC verdict. Listen to this.
So let's talk about the Ripple ruling because of the implications on the other altcoins. Judge ruling secondary market sales are not securities and so on and so forth. What are your thoughts on that ruling? And could XRP still be an asset, given it has some level of clarity by law from the ruling, be approved for a futures ETF as well as spot ETF?
Yeah, I don't think that XRP is ever going to get through their the SEC's doors. Essentially, not anytime soon. Even after that loss, right? And I would call it a half loss, because it kind of was a loss for Ripple and Ripple Labs, but a win for the broader crypto industry. Because I think what it really does, as far as I'm concerned, and I've talked to, we have a litigation analyst. I hinted that we have a team of people that look at this stuff. It's really a win for Coinbase and the crypto industry, because it's like you can't just blanket call all of these things securities, right? Like you just can't do that. But then again, there's other judges that, like in the Terra case and stuff, that have like put down the Judge Torres's order in the Ripple case. There's a lot of nuance. Like some of the stuff in Judge Torres's case didn't even make sense to me, even as a pro crypto, pro digital asset guy. So there's some arguments to be had. It basically what it needs to happen, and we keep going back, we need clarity.
Yeah.
Congress needs to come in and issue laws. That said, I don't see the SEC really approving. First of all, CME would have to list XRP futures before a futures ETF would launch. And I can't imagine them allowing a spot Ripple ETF anytime soon. But again, like I said, 3 weeks ago, I said I didn't think Ethereum futures ETFs would be coming anytime soon unless there's a huge change in the SEC. So theoretically, there could be. But the SEC has said in that Terra case and multiple other cases that they believe Judge Torres got it wrong.
So still a bit of a debate in the crypto space. We've got this analyst here from Bloomberg who has conferred with the people, the legal experts at his organization, saying, it is a half win. Ripple didn't completely win. The broader crypto industry did, though. However, we know XRP traders won, or is that going to change? Michael Branch posting this. The SEC has officially disclosed its plans to appeal Judge Annalisa Torres' ruling that determined XRP's security status. So guys, an appeal is now official. According to the SEC, on Wednesday, it filed a letter with the Southern District Court of New York seeking leave for an interlocutory appeal of the summary judgment in the case against Ripple Labs, which puts XRP's security status in question. So I know this has gotten a lot in the community worried, wondering, is this it now? Are we going to get it reversed? What is going to happen next? So the letter read in part, the SEC seeks to certify the court's holdings that defendants' programmatic offers and sales to XRP buyers over crypto asset trading platforms and Ripple's other distributions in exchange for labor and services did not involve the offer or sale of securities under Howey. The SEC referenced the lawsuit against Terraform Labs and Do Kwon, where the judge contradicted Judge Torres' approach. So that now is where we stand, guys. Eleanor Turret here also bringing us the official document breaking the SEC has filed a letter of intent to request an interlocutory appeal to Judge Torres' July 13th summary judgment in the SEC versus Ripple case. And the link here is linked below. James K. Filan also did post this. James K. Filan saying, the file's outlining its basis for filing a motion for leave to file an interlocutory appeal regarding programmatic offers and sales to XRP buyers over trading platforms and Ripple's other distributions. He continues by saying down here, the SEC seeking a stay of all proceedings pending appeal is not unexpected. So he did comment on that last December. The SEC will ask to stay the judgment pending its appeal to the Second Circuit. That means it will ask the court not to enforce the judgment until the appeal is over. That would be an epic battle between the parties, and whether the court agrees to that remains to be seen. Sherry here commenting, oh my, the SEC mentions an intra-district split in the Terraform Labs lawsuit, referring to what Judge Rakoff said. Next here is key. If Torres denies the interlocutory appeal, there may be an appeal from final judgment. And so that is mentioned down here. With regards to Terraform, interlocutory review would also permit the court and the parties to avoid remedies phase litigation twice. Once more, if any SEC appeal from the final judgment, should this motion be denied, results in the reversal in whole or in part. So bringing up some other points here with regards to Rakoff, his decision, we talked about him a couple weeks ago. He's the judge in the Terraform case, and they wanted to use some precedent from the recently reviewed Ripple case. If you guys didn't see that video, I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. I did a video on that a few weeks ago. So Eleanor Turret here also commenting, or rather quoting the decision, interlocutory review is warranted here. These two issues involve controlling questions of law on which there is substantial ground for differences of opinion as reflected by an intra-district split that has already developed. And Matthew down here saying, hasn't the SEC missed the deadline to file this appeal? And Eleanor Turret responds, no, there's no real deadline. It's more of a courtesy deadline to file within 10 days. It hasn't even been 30 days since Torres' decision. So they're all within their rights. So now what is going to happen, guys? Jack the Rippler also posting the schedule here. Okay, the court will seek to schedule a jury trial for the second calendar quarter of 2024. How much longer do we have to wait? And is this going to hinder the bull run in the meantime? Well, let's take a look, guys. Let's see what the experts have to say. By August 23rd, 2023, all parties shall submit blackout dates for trial. Okay, so that is the next deadline there. By December 4th, the parties shall submit any motion to limine. I'm guessing that's Latin. That's some kind of legal term. Oppositions to any motions in limine shall be submitted by December 18th. By December 4th, all parties shall submit all required pretrial filings, including their proposed joint pretrial order, so on and so forth. And then also by the 4th, the parties shall deliver to the court one copy of each documentary exhibit sought to be admitted and assembled sequentially. So basically submitting their evidence there, I guess. The court shall schedule the final pretrial conference date upon setting a date certain for trial, so ordered by Judge Annalisa Torres. So what do the experts have to say? Jeremy Hogan here, the individual defendants trial will begin around May 2024. So that is 10 months in the future. What are we in now? August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, 9 months. That means the final judgment in this case won't be entered until late summer 2024 at earliest. Any appeal would go well into 2025. The glove is now on the other hand. Delays are good for XRP and Ripple. Remember when the SEC was trying to delay this so that Ripple would not get clarity? Now, a lot of us were thinking they were doing this to put off Ripple and XRP because they were so close to dominating world finance. And we know around the world, all the other countries that are partnered with Ripple just really didn't care what the SEC was doing. But what it did was it did, in fact, hinder the bull run. Remember, guys, this was the period. And actually, let's try to get this accurate here. Let's say, when did we get the verdict? We finally got the verdict here. So this was essentially the period right in around here. This was the period, the 2.5 years, give or take, that the lawsuit was going on. Actually, it kind of extends to, what am I talking about? It extends to here because this is where we got this is when we got the notice. And then it extended. So this is the period when the lawsuit was happening. And as you guys can see, this was in the midst of a broader crypto bull run. So SEC at that time trying to delay, it did in fact hinder XRP price. We did not see a new all-time high. We're hovering around $1.97. But now, guys, delays are going to be good for Ripple. Crypto Law here just giving us some fact checks on pretrial schedule issued today by Judge Torres. Ripple is not going on trial. So just to make a note of that, I know some people on Twitter were mistaking that or getting it wrong or questioning that. Judge Torres' ruling that the XRP token is not a security is not going to be on trial. The trial will not decide matters of law. Only one narrow set of facts in dispute. The remaining dispute over the facts relating only to Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse were explained on pages 30 to 34 of the Torres decision. And so here is the link, guys, and I will link this in the description of the video for you. Now, John Deaton also came out because he did make a prediction originally, and he essentially said Judge Torres' decision will likely not be reversed. And so now he's coming out saying, I didn't say it was impossible, but I did say I'm willing to bet a significant sum that she won't be overturned. She literally said, of course, some XRP purchasers may have relied on Ripple in expectation of profits, but here for the record shows no evidence was presented establishing the third prong of Howey. Finally, even if the Second Circuit disagree with her regarding the third prong, and I predict they won't, the case would be remanded to apply the other factors, and Judge Torres could find that the SEC didn't satisfy the common enterprise prong of Howey. Thus, the same result is reached on remand. Jeremy Hogan also commenting on this, and the SEC continues making questionable decisions, requesting an interlocutory appeal. Note that it is not appealing whether XRP itself is a security. So guys, just keep that in mind. We are still safe and clear. Just its losses on programmatic sales and individual sales issues. Now, some people were wondering, but doesn't this affect XRP traders? Bubba Cugs down here saying, I attended DeVry Law. If they were to win that appeal, wouldn't it reverse the XRP itself is not a security verdict? And Jeremy Hogan says, DeVry, me too. But no, the SEC isn't appealing that part of the order. So it won't, in fact, affect XRP traders. Yassine Mobarak also commenting on this. It doesn't matter that the SEC is not appealing whether XRP itself is not a security. If programmatic sales are found to be securities, the retail sector is effed. For Ava Abair down here responding, LOL, the world doesn't care about the SEC or your opinion. I have but 6 business law credits, and even I know it's not a security. I had an option to buy a washer and dryer with XRP, but I used dirty fiat instead. But still, try that with Amazon or Google shares. Yassine Mobarak responding, definitely. The world does not care about my opinion, but it does not care about yours either. A beef starting? I don't know. That one guy here saying, but how can they be? What's the argument? Yassine Mobarak say, well, we'll find out when they actually file the appeal. This was just a notice that they are going to file an appeal. So people still worried. Programmatic sales could be affected, and this means that retail could be affected. But Jeremy Hogan insisting that this is not going to affect the XRP security argument. Okay, what else do we have? Anders here mentioning this. XRP is most likely to have legal clarity as a non-security for over 2 years going forward at minimum. So guys, I wanted to mention this. The time frame here I think is going to be really important. Going on for 2 years. What is the next 2 years? Why is the glove on the other hand, as Jeremy Hogan said, the delays are going to be in favor of Ripple? Because over the next 2 years, we are likely going to see an overall bull run here. Let me bring up the total market cap here, guys. And let me throw the chart on auto. So here, this was the first year, the first downturn year. We saw it over 365 days, give or take, to the bottom of the market. So roughly 1 year. And then what do we have after that? Generally, we see the following year staying relatively flat. So that would be 2023, the year we're currently in. And then 24, the beginning, the pre-bull run. And then finally, the blow off top will happen in 2025. So guys, we're already in 2023. If there is a delay for 2 years, what does that mean for retail traders? Well, we still have our opportunity to get out at new all-time highs. So we're keeping our fingers crossed here. Scott Chamberlain saying, my bet Judge Torres denies the request. She studiously avoided new law. She found the token is not the security, accepted the SEC's characterization of the transaction buckets to be analyzed, and simply applied Howey and its progeny to the SEC's chosen buckets. SEC failed because the undisputed facts didn't support the Howey prongs at all for 2 of its 3 chosen transaction buckets, not because Judge Torres shifted the legal goalposts on the definition of those prongs. Bill Morgan also commenting, thanks, James. The matter moves on, so we can assume the settlement conference didn't happen. Oh yeah, right? Remember they were supposed to have a settlement conference? So it did not happen, and the parties did not find it productive at this time, and no appeal, if any, until after the trial next year. So that coming from Bill Morgan. So I wanted to thank him, wanted to thank Scott Chamberlain here, all great legal minds in the XRP community. Wanted to thank Anders, Jeremy Hogan, and of course, John Deaton. The other thing I wanted to mention here, guys, was a tweet from Ashley Prosper. This rule here in law, 28 USC 1292B, permits interlocutory appeals of an order that involves a controlling question of law as to which there is a substantial ground for difference of opinion, but only if an immediate appeal from the order may materially advance the ultimate termination of the litigation. Judge Torres certifying the appeal would not materially advance the ultimate termination of the litigation. Therefore, the motion to file an interlocutory appeal when it does come should in fact be denied. So Ashley Prosper here looking at the law and just technically saying, look, this should be denied based on these set of factors. And so Tim down here asking, what percentage are you putting on the denial? Ashley Prosper saying 90%. Jekyll Island Creature saying, if denied, what recourse would the SEC have? Ashley responding here, none. They'd have to wait until the trial is over towards the end of 2024 to appeal to the Second Circuit. So again, going back to the timing, guys, this is going to be very interesting moving forward. This may be the last time we have the chance to cash out at all-time highs. So are you guys going to be cashing out? Are you guys going to be holding some of your XRP for the long term? Not only am I going to be trading these alternative coins that I share on my Patreon, guys, I'm going to be opening up my XRP portfolio, and I think I'm just going to show everything on my Patreon. Why the hell not? Going to be trading all my coins, going to be showing you guys my targets eventually. I have separate bags of XRP too, so I'm not going to be waiting for all-time high to trade out all my XRP. Different strategies for different coins. Only $5 a month. If you guys find value in that, please follow me on Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. That's just my opinion, though. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.